He got knocked out, right?
Yeah, by apparently from what I heard, it is his kryptonite, or not heard, saw, because when I saw a little montage put together, he's been knocked out by like 4 head kicks already. The same one, he leans
Oh,
to the
really?
same side and he catches a head. It's happened like 4 times now.
It's
Yeah, with 5 knuckles say to the face. Inside these bars, you in a chokehold. My back fist is one of the greats. Landed with grace though. Cause at the same time it strikes, I'm yelling Christ, save me from this hellhole. You lucky these ain't Tim's, bro. Boy, come out to play, ain't no thing, you can catch the fade.
Welcome back to another episode of Catch the Fade. I am Miggs. This is my beautiful co-host Ozzy. We are back from a 2-week hiatus. Kind of had 2 weeks off. It was Zazinho's birthday, my son's birthday, his
Yes,
ninth
sir.
birthday. After his episode, we took a little mini vacation, enjoyed his birthday, chilled. Last week was a slow week, so we said, you know what, let's take this week, relax, kind of
Reset.
take a creative break, and come back strong with the Israel Adesanya fight week.
Yeah.
So we're here, bro. Here to talk about the madness
Yeah,
that was
man.
last night.
That
There
was,
was some interesting things.
That was overall, that was a crazy card. Like
Insane.
wins, losses, knockouts, finish. Like just it had everything. It had everything.
Bro, it was insane.
Everything. It's a lot of people I'm sure were hurt. A lot of Izzy fans,
I was genuinely sad,
sa-
actually.
Same.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I love Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
I love the way he fights. I love him. You know, he does some and says some cringe things, but a lot of times it's on purpose. He just don't give a fuck, you know. So I really like Izzy. And 4 straight losses he was coming in on. No,
Yeah.
Now
Well,
it's-
now it's 4.
now it's 4. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he was coming in on 3 straight losses, 4 out of 5. So he really needed this. But Joe Piper was, that
Joe
man is-
Piper,
yeah,
he's the hardest hitter on the scale, on that
on the planet.
strength scale. Yeah,
On the
for real.
planet,
No,
apparently.
no, literally. Quite
Oh,
literally on that test, he
yeah, yeah.
scored like 100 points higher or some shit than anybody
That's
else.
crazy, man. He hits hard, and he didn't hit Izzy a lot, especially in that first round.
He
But you
touched him
could
a
see
few
when he
times,
would
though.
touch him, it was like shit. There's a
He had to
diff-
shake
yeah,
it
yeah,
off,
you know,
yeah.
and you can even see Izzy was like, okay, I got to stay away in the first round when he was playing it smart. He had to get away from these shots. He had to make sure he was very just technical with his shots, with what he threw. And obviously that didn't carry over into the second round. Izzy had a whole different mentality in the second
Yeah,
round.
he's like, hey, let's abandon the whole
Yeah,
first
yeah,
round's
yeah. Oh,
game
that
plan.
fir-
It
that
went,
first
it
round
went,
went well.
it went so good.
Let's do different. Let's just
He was
switch
like,
that shit up.
fuck
Let's
that.
see. Maybe he thought.
Bang in the pocket.
I don't know what he thought. He
Let's
thought he
bang
was
in the
like,
pocket.
oh, he's gonna make adjustments. Let me make another adjustment.
You know what really happened, bro, is that he chewed Piper's leg up nice, and he landed a really good right hand. And I think Izzy thought he had him slightly more hurt than he did.
Yeah.
Because about a minute to a minute and a half more of what Izzy was doing right, Adesanya had to finish in the bag, bro. He had to finish in the bag.
Honestly,
But he pulled the trigger too fast against somebody too powerful, bro. And I kind of mentioned it to you last night through text. Bro, I'm not even that upset. I think the haters are having a great time because a lot of people really have not liked Israel Adesanya for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're just more happy to see somebody.
Lose.
People
Anyone
just
who's-
like that.
anyone who wins.
Yeah, people don't like to see
Winners.
winners, bro.
They
Yeah.
like to see people
who
on
lose
that-
a
on
lot.
that- no,
yeah,
on
who
that
lose-
path. They love to love you when you're on that grind.
Yeah.
And come up. Oh, he's the underdog.
But when you prove them
make
right,
it,
yeah.
boy, as soon as you make it, oh, I hate this fucking guy. This guy's too big for his good. Like it's just.
Mm.
They love the grind, but once you make it, they hate you.
That guy's a winner, and he knows he's a
Yeah.
winner. Well,
How
what do you
fucking
want me to
think he
tell
got
you?
there?
No, I know.
I know
I'm
I
not
won a
that
bunch
good.
of matches,
Like,
but I'm a loser now.
yeah,
Like,
it's
bro,
ridiculous.
how the
So
fuck you
people
think
like
I
to
got
see
this?
him lose, right? And the thing with that is he doesn't care. And on a competitive level and on a professional level, I go, damn, bro, that's not good. You're losing all these fights. But on a human level, where if it's you and you're like, bro, I already had the belt. I got 8 straps, brother. Like I've showed that I can hold and maintain a middleweight belt for years. I don't care. I want to go in there and bang out with Joe Piper and see what's up. If I knock Joe Piper out and I take some of his shots, hell yeah, the check gets cashed crazy. If I lose, bro, I don't care. I'm gonna fight again. And he said that in his post fight. He said, "What do you mean? What's next?" Because they keep almost like forcing retirement on him,
Yeah.
those post fights, and he's like, he looks at him like,
Yeah.
I'm coming right back. You gotta kill me. You gotta kill me. I want to fight. So I'm gonna fight. What? I'm losing? Bro, you saw me win for 5 years straight.
Yeah.
What? Guys who have knockout power are knocking me out because I'm sitting in a pocket and banging with them. And then you go, this guy's done. He doesn't have no, what he's doing is I don't have to reserve my style anymore. I want to have fun. I want to see if I can get highlights. It's not working out my way. Whatever. I'll be back in 3 months, bro.
Yeah.
And I think he reserves the right, is all I'm saying. I think Israel Adesanya reserves the right to go in there and say, I don't want to fight as responsibly as you know I can, because that's not where I'm at in my career right now. I'm having fun. I just spent 8 weeks training for this. I want to have a good time. And if it results in me getting knocked out, damn, that sucks. It's not fun. But I was having fun right before it happened. And I think he reserves that right for what he's done in the middleweight division. But
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean,
long-winded.
it sucks seeing Izzy lose, period, but especially to lose, you know what I'm saying? I was happy that it wasn't some kind of vicious knockout, because I am a fan. So
But it
if he
keeps
is
being
gonna-
the same way, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
yeah,
they have his
yeah.
back with butterflies in
Yeah.
and just ground and pound. It's like every time.
And he's always doing well up until the point he's
So
not.
well.
So he's always winning the fight up until he's not.
Bro, he was cooking.
Yeah,
dog.
he was piecing him up.
He was
He
cooking.
did get
I was
caught with
like,
some shots, but like he was
but that's
chewing up.
that's
that
the
leg.
game though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yo, you want to be in here and throw fake question marks and
Yeah.
land uppercuts, then pivot out. Like, bro, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah, and he was doing well, and he was chewing that leg up. You could see Piper was walking gingerly on it. He was just,
Yo, he was getting beat up, bro.
and shots were landing.
He's huge though, no?
No, he is big.
I didn't
He's a big
notice,
dude.
dog. When you put him next to Izzy, I was like, yo, these middleweights, bro,
Nah, he's big.
are heavyweights, bro.
But it was a good fight. You can kind of see in Piper's eyes, and I think a few people mentioned it when Izzy started just like standing and banging with him, hands down. He kind of see the look in his eyes, like, oh, this guy's he's giving me the
He's
chance.
giving me my
and,
shit, yeah.
And I think I'm gonna win that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna win that battle.
I think
because
9
Izzy
10s
had
out of
already
10
touched him, and he's probably thinking like, okay, you hit me. It's not gonna put me away, but I know if I touch you,
Yeah, bro.
if you went, you know what I'm saying. If Sean Strickland can do what he did to you, you know what I'm saying, like pepper you up, and I'm gonna put you away. So he had that confidence, and you can see it change in his eyes. Like, oh, this guy's he's not gonna be technical anymore. He's not gonna be a tactical fighter. He's gonna give me a chance, and I'm gonna capitalize. And he did, and
He gave him exactly what he needed, bro.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
and I saw a couple takes where some people were like, "Oh, this shit is scripted." Izzy was winning, and then after he says, "Oh, I wanted to give a guy the opportunity to, on the way up," and that's exactly. And it's like, but
Yeah,
what he's
that
saying
sounds right,
is
yeah.
what they did for him when Anderson Silva gave him a shot. Like all these veterans
That's
and
the
all
game,
these
bro.
Hall of Famers are. That's just how the game works. And if you think somebody's gonna go in there and purposely let this fucking animal. Like, you're not going in there and just getting touched up and losing a decision. Like, you're close to getting your lights put out by a fucking. His name is Body Bag for a reason. You know what
Bro,
I'm
the
saying?
dude
Like,
is-
he will send you home in one if you
Yeah.
fuck around and weave when you were supposed to bob. Like, it's crazy. So the takes were stupid, but
But he looked like he was having a good
yeah,
time,
no,
bro.
he
He
looked
was
like he had
he was
fun.
flexing, bro. He was doing
And they had a lot of respect
how he
for each
came
other.
up,
Yeah.
because once you get that belt, you have something to protect, and everybody's watching you, right? So you do have to kind of become more reserved. You have to become more reserved to protect this thing that is, first of all, making you all this money, and two, you just don't want to you don't want to lose that feeling of being the champion. Once you've done it, and now you don't have to protect that
And
anymore.
you're
You could
he's
sauce
not
up.
really looking for another title run. He
No.
had it.
And
He
he
had
told
another
people.
one, and he's like, all right, well, that one didn't work out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm here for money and for exciting fights and for legacy fights and for, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I get it. It was a good fight. I'm not mad, even though he lost. Mad that he lost, but the fight was still good. And I like Joe Pyfer outside of him fighting Izzy.
Nobody has slept him, huh? Nobody has
Who?
slept Izzy.
No,
Everybody
not
kind of like
completely,
TKOs him and gets stoppages.
Yeah.
But pretty much he showed now, get his back, put butterflies in.
Yeah.
If you throw some shots.
Yeah, he gave up the back. He was like, I'd
Well,
rather give up the back
No,
than be
bro.
mounted by
What
Joe
would you
Pyfer
rather
again."
do?
Yeah, honestly.
I'm giving the back up to try to get to my feet.
I would have gave him an arm bar.
Bro, yeah, here.
Here, take my arm, bro.
Here.
Don't elbow me, please.
Nah,
Here, I'll
bro.
give you my neck. Choke
He's
me.
bro, he's a problem, bro.
Yeah.
And then he said
He's-
he almost killed himself 2 weeks ago. I don't ever want to fight somebody who almost
Almost
got
killed
rid of this
himself.
shit, bro. Who almost just checked out and clocked out of Earth,
Yeah,
bro. 2
yeah,
weeks
yeah.
ago? What do you have to lose?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Bro got a whole family.
And
Bro got
still
a
try
wife
off
and kids and
himself.
still was really out of here.
Yeah.
So what he's gonna do to me?
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Izzy, man.
Yeah.
I like to see him have fun. To me, he's no less of a champion. He's no less of a legend. And shout out to Piper. Shout out to Piper for waking up and deciding to take the next step and it leading him to greatness. And that goes to anybody who's watching it, man. If you're going through something and you feel like your time on earth is no longer necessary, just take the next step, man. Just keep pushing and it could lead to amazing things. And you really don't, you cut yourself short of those opportunities when you decide it's over. So I'm happy he did, bro. I'm happy he was like, nah, let's keep it going. Cause he just beat somebody on a world stage, bro, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody in a great fashion. So
someone he clearly admired,
yeah, bro.
respected,
A respect was there.
Exactly.
So yeah, but anyway, man,
That's
that's heavy and
Yeah.
and long-winded. But yeah, shout out both of those guys.
But
Speaking of not being on Earth no more.
I was gonna tie it in the same way. I was waiting for you to pause because it just makes perfect sense. Cause oh man, Alexa Grasso and Mason Barber.
Bro, take off. Go ahead, man,
fuck?
because I
Dude, that was insane. Like, I was clearly rooting for Grasso. I put money on Grasso, but I like Alexa Grasso. Anybody in the world she's fighting, not Valentina Shevchenko, I'm always going for Alexa Grasso. I don't care who she's fighting. Valentina and my mother. Those are the only two women that I wouldn't go against.
What about Kayla? Oh no, they're different.
Yeah, and I love Kayla Harrison, but I love Alexa Grasso. Her boxing is clearly better than any woman in her division or any woman in the UFC.
Oh.
Her boxing is better than a lot of men in the UFC. Her boxing is better than just a lot of people, period.
Boxing's awesome,
it's just
bro.
beautiful. And I love seeing her win. She's super humble. She's cool as shit from what I see. I don't know her either. But anyways, that was just a long-winded way of saying, yeah, man, it was a rematch. Obviously, I didn't even know it was a rematch until the day before the fight. I watched the first fight. Good fight. You know,
Macy Barber was jabbing from 18 feet away.
Yeah. I don't know what she was feinting at. Wasn't doing anything.
No, she wasn't even feinting. She was throwing a jab,
yeah, you're right.
bro.
Well, I don't know if she was thinking she was using them as feints. I don't know what she was doing. But yeah, Alexa Grasso was not fazed by those and clearly won that first round or that first fight. Macy Barber hadn't lost since. So Macy Barber's been on a run. Macy Barber's looked great against everyone. So it was looking like, hey, she could have fixed a bunch of shit, come in here and, people were really thinking Macy Barber was going to come
I
in.
was also.
Yeah, a lot of people were. And me included, like I was like, damn, this might not be a good one for Alexa Grasso right now. But Alexa didn't come to play. Bro. That 1-2 to put her down, first of all, or no, it was check hook. Check hook with the 2 down the center to put her down. She was already asleep.
Bro, on the way down, she was.
To grab her by the neck, like, bro, that was vicious. Shit was brutal. And she even said, she was like, we have a job to do. And until the ref steps in, like, I've seen plenty of people hit the ground and jump back up and continue fighting. And I'm not going to let that happen. My job is to strike and to kill until I'm told not to. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Bro, is the Alexa Grasso finish over Macy Barber the most violent finish we've ever seen?
It might be, yeah. Because she was already out. So she grabbed a unconscious body and choked it.
Automatically sank the choke.
Oh, well, yeah, there was
super
no fight.
deep.
There was no fight in it,
bro.
So
But it went right underneath. Yeah, because it's a body, right?
It couldn't have been any tighter because there's not even a neck strengthening to like try and fight it, a chin going down, nothing. It's just here's my neck, limp body, and she cinched it in a choke that anybody else would have passed out already if they were up to begin with. And man, her face while she was getting choked, tongue out.
You know what was odd?
What was crazy?
What was odd was when the referee separated Alexa Grasso and Macy Barber. Macy Barber started to get up and wrestle,
Yeah.
confused, and then
And fell over.
fell over. And I mean, this picture of her laying on the floor.
She looked crucified, bro.
No, I think it's a Renaissance painting.
That also it was a beautiful show of like
It was beautiful, bro.
I know what I did, and I'm not sorry for what I did. We signed the contract. She would have done it to me too.
Bro, it was beautiful.
But like, she's showing like, damn, like this is
No, you still care about
This is
people.
a fellow competitor, and I don't know. Yeah, maybe I might have just killed her. I don't fucking know.
Most violent, most to me,
I might have fucking killed this
absolutely most violent thing I've ever seen. To the point where I was reading through comments and people are like, "This should not be allowed." And it's like, no. First of all, watch a different sport.
Yeah.
If this is how you feel,
That
right?
doesn't happen in basketball.
Yeah, it's like go watch. I don't know, figure skating.
Unless you're Draymond Green.
Yeah, Draymond
Green will put you in a
he'll
fucking
cinch a
chokehold
choke
while you're already limp. He does not give a fuck.
Yeah, Draymond will do it.
Draymond will choke you out.
But yeah, most violent finish I've ever seen, to land like that, put Macy Barber asleep on the way down, bro, and then cinch the nastiest choke, bro.
Yeah, and then like
It was
just
amazing.
her tongue sticking. It looked like,
Bro, it was sick.
looked like, those toys that have like the silly putty, or they're made like they're rubber and you squeeze them and their eyes pop out, and
Yeah, bro,
that's
it was
how her
that.
tongue was out, like almost like she was just squeezing her tongue out of her mouth.
Oh, that's a great comparison. That's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like when
like her eyeballs were gonna pop out, her tongue was sticking out.
She was like, "Oh God."
That shit was brutal, bro.
She hit her with
But
the "Oh God."
and as scary as it was, I was home alone yelling for Alexa. I was so happy. So happy.
Bro, when you said Alexa, because I had to go back and rewatch the fights because I thought the main card was starting at 10, not the main event was starting at 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
But
I'm like,
Seattle,
okay,
though. It
yeah,
was Seattle.
yeah, it's way over there. So I'm like, okay. So I get there right at the main event. And I'm like, okay, well, thank God I saw that. And thank God, yeah, it's on Paramount, so I can kind of go back and watch. But you're like, yo,
Go
Alexa,
back.
go
Yeah.
back, bro. And I'm like, how crazy could it be? Just so happens it was the most violent finish I've ever seen. And I was like, oh my God. I was hyped, bro. My wife was like, what happened? What happened? and I'm like,
she was probably like, this is what you're so happy about?
Yeah.
Seeing a
a body.
dead woman being choked out. Like,
yeah. That probably did look a little sick.
Yeah, it's hard to probably explain to people who are not into the sport
how special that was.
How special that was, because anywhere else, she said that Alexa would be in jail for the rest of her life.
Yeah, bro.
So it's hard to explain to someone who doesn't love doing what we do that shit was beautiful. It was beautiful.
a cartel hit.
Yeah. And because she just jumped the choke so fast, it was instincts. That's just how instinctual it is
of
when
course.
you train this.
She's
every day.
been
Body fell to
she
the
said
floor,
it
neck is
post-fight.
open, grab. That's it. Like there's no thinking she might be asleep. She fell, neck is open, I'm grabbing it. That's it. That's how instinctual it is. Another fight, Michael Chiesa. It wasn't the craziest of fights, but did you watch it?
Yes.
But like, first of all, the way it happened is exactly what he said. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, bro.
But before it, he even said like they asked him, how do you see yourself finishing this fight? And he was like, using my striking to close range, take him down, get on his back, choke him out.
And did exactly that.
Exactly that.
He's been on a run of those though, dude.
That was four. That was his fourth straight win. He retired on four
straight, bro.
Wins. 4.
And similar wins, bro.
Great
He's
wins.
been doing that. What he said. He closes range. He grabs back, bro.
Yeah.
He's good, bro.
So it was really cool to the point where I'm not even afraid to admit, anyways. But that shit had me teary eyed. Like when
That's
they
good,
were,
yeah.
showing like just his career, his mother being there, his wife being there, the shit that he talked about. It was on his parents' anniversary. His father passed away. Like it was just so cool.
It's motivational, bro. It's good that you got that emotional about it. You know what I mean?
In such a violent sport, like you're going in there trying to kill somebody, but then it's like, this is the reason I'm doing it. It's and my fucking eye is bugging right now.
Nah, you crying.
Yeah, I'm crying.
You're crying talking about it, bro.
Even though I had money on Nico Price, it was still cool to see like that high of a retirement. And it was crazy because both of them were retiring. It was both of their, which was kind of like, oh fuck, y'all put this fight together.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
And then
Just take my moment.
You saw Nico Price with his gloves off. You know how they usually leave, but they didn't like let him leave his gloves in the middle because so is Michael Chiesa, and this is Michael Chiesa's
fight. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's his hometown.
Exactly.
Like, bro, don't do
So
this.
and he had what's in Jigba, what's this guy's name? Jackson Smith, the receiver for the Seahawks.
Oh,
He had
okay,
up
yeah.
there with him and everything. So like he had the
Damn,
flag.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was dope. But then it was like, why'd you do that to Nico Price? If this was gonna be his last fight, and then he takes his gloves off, and then he's standing behind while Michael Chiesa's doing everything, and Nico Price standing, and then they didn't give him his time when it's like
Yeah.
this man stood back there for like 5 minutes with his gloves in his hand like a fucking
That's
dickhead.
that's sad, bro.
Yeah,
That's
so I was like,
unfortunate, bro.
why? Somebody had to go out on a high. Somebody had to go out on a low. Like that was a weird
Yeah.
fight to make for both. Of
And
their
because
last
it was a
fights.
replacement, though, it's kind of like, hey, look, this wasn't in the script,
I got
brother.
it.
And
I understand, but it was like,
Yeah.
damn, that sucks because this guy could have probably had a cool sending off too.
yeah, maybe don't take a last second fight on
On a
your retirement fight.
too. You know,
Yeah.
like,
I'd want a full camp, and
that's-
I'd
yeah,
want it to be in,
exactly.
you
like
know,
Michael Chiesa had a full ass camp.
hell yeah.
And he talked about how great his camp was. So
Yeah, bro.
but yeah, I mean,
But shout out to him, bro. Chiesa and Nico Price, bro.
Yeah.
Shoot, thanks for getting in there and
Nico Price really didn't do shit, but shout out to him for
no, but he gets in there and bangs
going.
every 8 weeks, it looks like, bro. So you know
Shout
what I
out-
mean? He's
shout
a
out to you
prelim
for
warrior.
going to the fight because
Yeah, he got beat up.
he really do anything.
Yeah, he got beat up
Um,
bad.
But yeah, shout out to Michael Chiesa, man. It was a cool little retirement thing.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Michael Chiesa. He's great on doing announcing as well on
Yeah.
UFC. So we'll definitely still see and hear Michael Chiesa all the time. Shout out to them. I didn't get to see the Terrence McKinney Kyle Nelson fight. I didn't watch it. What
You
did
didn't miss
what?
anything? It ended in like 20 something
won?
seconds. Terrence McKinney.
Oh, he did. Okay,
Yeah,
because
this guy-
he be losing.
No, bro. he
Terrence
just-
McKinney be getting
that,
knocked out
but then he be starching everybody in the first
after.
round.
Yeah, he's one or the other,
In
brother.
second, he did the same thing. He rushed him.
He just
got
going
him to the
crazy.
ground and pound.
He's like, I'm not changing my style,
Yeah,
bro.
just-
You know what? I respect it.
He be starching everybody in the
I
first round.
respect it, bro,
Yeah,
because he's either gonna get starched or he's gonna start somebody, and he's letting everybody know, hey guys, I didn't learn my lesson last fight.
No, I'm gonna do it again.
I'm doing it
Yeah,
again.
hopefully this
bro.
guy's not as good as the last one.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
love it.
and that's what he
Hey,
did.
bro,
It
I'm not
was-
mad.
And that was really the only reason I wrote it down for us, Steve.
Yeah.
So it was just
Quick
he did
finish?
that shit again. And they talked about it as he walked in, and he did the same thing. So it was just cool to see, like, went in there and starched
Yeah.
on me in the first round again.
My favorite performance, Grasso's finish, best finish I've ever seen, most violent at least finish I've ever seen. But my favorite performance of the night was Bulgauri versus Abdul Malik. Bro, Uris went crazy.
Yeah.
Now, is the level of competition that high for him right now? No. But he went in there and showed, hey, while it's not, I'm going to sauce your guys.
Yeah.
And man, for those of you that are listening that don't know, Uris Bulgari is a Glory champion, ex-Glory champion, a Glory legend. He has wars with Alex Pereira. Now with his UFC career, he's known for those wars with Alex Pereira, but he was the man.
And he had
Alex
in
went
his
up
corner.
to, yeah, no,
He has
they
Alex in his corner, yeah.
train, they train together now. They're good friends, but if I'm not mistaken, they have 3 wars. And it was a huge rivalry, but Belgari was the man in Glory, and he showed why, bro. His range control,
Yeah.
his knees, bro, clinch knees, bro. I'm not doing anything else when I get back to training, bro. I'm keeping range. I'm throwing the left hook. I'm grabbing clinch and I'm launching knees, bro. That's, I mean, obviously not as good as he did it, but bruh, what a performance. I mean, it was a master class of kickboxing, bro.
And he finished him at the third round.
Yo, he
Right?
finished him in the
Yeah.
second round. In
Oh,
between,
yeah,
you
yeah.
remember?
Yeah,
No, he finished him in the
saved by
third,
the
like,
bell.
and then he got saved, but he was sleeping, and then he woke up like, nah, bro, I ain't sleep,
I'm
man.
chilling, bro.
Nah, I was just resting my eyes. He did me like Zaya. He did me like my son.
My
I'm like,
mom-
you sleeping? No, I'm resting my
My
eyes.
mom used to say that shit.
Yeah.
At red lights. Though.
Yeah.
She would fall asleep at the red light. I said, Mom, wake
Yo.
up. You sleep. She said, I wasn't sleeping. I was resting my
At
eyes.
red lights,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, my mom used to fall asleep at the red light.
No, but at red lights is
Yeah,
crazy.
my mom was crazy.
No, but yo, so yeah, he ended up getting the finish in the third, but he got saved by Malik. Abdul Malik got saved by the bell in the second. But yeah, that was my favorite. That was my
That
favorite
was a great
performance.
performance.
on it,
And
but-
Navajo Sterling.
Okay,
also-
I didn't get to watch it, but I was going to ask you because I know you did.
yeah,
How was that
he
fight?
fought really good. He looked like Izzy in the way like
Yeah.
he fights with
Mhm.
the long guard. Very
Yeah, be
very,
6'4"
you
and
know,
go to
very-
city kickboxing and don't
fight
fight like Izzy. And
no,
see.
he looks a lot like Izzy. Like just his stance,
Mhm.
his feints, his long guard with the with the front hand.
Oh, watch when we see Oberg.
Yeah,
More powerful.
exactly.
Both of them are more powerful Izzy,
Looked
bro.
very similar. But he looked good and he won. He
Dope.
you know
A decision, or
great.
did he get a
He
knockout?
got a finish.
Good, because his last
Pretty
one
sure
was
he
a
got
decision. I think that was
got a
his first
finish.
one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got a finish.
Dope.
I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. I was probably smoking
Yeah.
at that time.
Well, shit, Fight Night Seattle was fire, bro.
Yeah,
It really was. I went back and had to watch it. I wish I was watching it live, and we were kind of, going back and forth with it. But I was like ready, about to do that, and I'm like, I got on late, but it's all good. It was a fire card. It was good because the last couple of weeks, bro, with a couple of weeks off, I have a new work situation. It was my son's birthday. I haven't really gotten that much time off, and I've kind of just been like, I haven't been training, which that's a huge part of it. I haven't been training, so my interest in just consuming fighting hasn't been all the way up there.
Yeah.
And especially when you're not training, you're like, you don't feel as connected. I almost feel like a poser, bro, like talking about fighting or like watching it with this unique perspective if I'm not training. Cause it's like, bro, you're not even in training like that. Yeah, you're not even really like that.
You
So
don't even touch Matt.
that's exactly. So that's kind of how I've been feeling lately. So it was nice to have a card that genuinely excited me. It's with the between the Grasso stuff, between the Piper story, between Izzy just going like, what do you mean? What am I doing? I'm coming back to fight again, yeah, and I might lose. And what? Between all of that, it kind of put like a little bit of a spark back into me to kind of not only get back in the gym, but also consume the sport and talk about the sport. So I'm happy that it was that exciting. Other than that, Alex Pereira, while we've been out, has signed an 8-fight deal with the UFC. How you feel about that, bro?
It's a lot of fights. He's 38 years old.
They gave him a bag, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure. But a lot of people do retire though with fights still in their contract. So that doesn't
No, you can.
necessarily mean that he's gonna fight 8 more times.
But then you're locked in.
Exactly. But that's the thing. Maybe if he does retire by the time he already did different organizations. But what else do I need to do anyway? So doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna fight 8 fights. But if he is gonna fight 8 fights, they're gonna be in the UFC clearly. That's a lot of fights at 38 years old. The good thing about him is though, other than the few losses that he has had, he doesn't take a whole lot of damage. He's a very elusive fighter for a person who fights with his hands down a lot
and in range.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just so
pretty elusive,
intimidating.
and he has good head movement. He does have
has
great
really good head movement.
So 8 fights is not the same as like 8 fights with someone who takes a lot of damage.
And at heavyweight,
but he is moving up to heavyweight, so that damage does start to multiply every time you get touched.
Yeah, but they last a lot longer.
True.
Because
we do have a lot of older heavyweights.
Yeah, the prime age at heavyweight is like 36 to 40. You know what I mean? Like the champions are typically 35 and older, and then they last till 40 and over. And I think it's because speed is so dependent in the lighter, and because in the lighter weights, they're so dependent on speed, reaction time, and reflexes, and it is just power dependent up at the top.
Yeah.
Strength and power dependent, and those things last well into your 30s and mid 40s.
And knowledge and skill and stuff like
exactly. You get smarter,
but you get smarter as you get older. You still have that same
more
knowledge.
responsible.
The skill doesn't really diminish. It's more
speed.
The speed and the reaction and the ability to
recover. But you don't have to cut weight.
The ability to act on these skills and knowledge that you have. You might know what you need to do in these situations, but you're not able to pull them off against a younger guy. So that's really what goes away. Because the power doesn't go away. The knowledge is not going anywhere. You just can't capitalize in time. Against these younger guys.
It's like.
But yeah, I get.
Damn, I wanted to zig. I zigged just too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So 8 fights is a lot, but who knows?
But shit,
if anybody could do it, it's Alex.
Yeah, and he fights a lot, so.
Yeah, I mean, those 8 fights will go pretty quick.
Yeah, so we're thinking probably 2.5 years.
Damn, you think now that he's going to be heavyweight, that means if it's 8 fights, we have to at some point see him versus Gable.
There's not even 8 guys in the there's not even 8 guys in the damn division, bro.
But Gable Stevenson's coming. Does that mean we get to see him versus Gable? Because within 8 Alex fights, Gable got to be in the UFC by then.
Yeah. Bro, honestly, I think we see 3 and he calls it.
For real?
Yeah.
And he
I
retires
don't think he
with
fights
5 left on him?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna fight 8 times.
They basically just signed him so he won't go anywhere else.
Yeah,
They said 8 fights so you don't go nowhere
well,
else.
and he probably signed it because the show money was probably really high. So he was like, I don't care. I'll fight 3 or 4 of these. That's what I need to make. It's a really high amount of you show, you get this much. So I'll do 3 or 4 of those. And then I'm not trying to go box after that. When I retire, I'm going to retire. He's already made a ton of money. And in Brazil, he's so huge that his sponsorships and stuff are paying so many bills.
And he's done multiple sports now.
Yeah,
he did kickboxing. He's done MMA.
He's a double champ. He might end up being a triple champ.
Plus the belts he's already won in kickboxing.
Yeah, he was double champ in Glory.
What do you need to, really what else do you need to do?
Yeah, so he might fight 4 of them. And I think it's dependent on like how well he's doing and how many wins he gets, because I don't see him sticking around like Izzy after taking losses and just fighting for the love of the game. I think he's like, let's get a knockout or 2, maybe take an L, and I'll get out of here.
Very active as a coach or cornerman, whatever. Because
he's already doing it, and he has his sister, and
exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like he'll have a career in that as well, like just coaching and just helping. Clearly, seminars. He's always going to be able to do those. So he's always going to make money. So yeah, maybe he just was like, the money's too great to say.
So in order to get this amount per fight, you need to sign 8. And he's like, all right, okay,
whatever.
Yeah, I don't care.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's not going to get more money elsewhere, anyways. Like realistically,
no. What are you going to do?
He's the biggest anyway. So
now, if you get a boxing match, it's like, bro, he might not even be into that.
Yeah.
Some people just be like, yeah, that's cool. It's, 14 million or something. But it's like, I don't want to do all that shit.
And what Alex's strongest thing is not his boxing, anyways. Like it's
his calf kick that leads to a left hook.
Exactly. So like, yeah, his boxing, he'll obviously piece
his
you
boxing
up and
is
knock you out
fire.
and stuff. He has great boxing, but
it don't look
his
like
other weapons that open up that boxing to begin with. Those calf kicks that he has, that he has the nuclear power with that left hook. So it opens up a lot of things.
Yeah,
calf kick alone. But if you put him in a ring with a boxer and say none of those other weapons, like you don't have those other weapons.
I think he'd do well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he wouldn't. I'm just saying.
Well, because he boxed professionally.
I just don't think his boxing is so crazy where he needs to have it. Like he cares about boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not like a Elliot Topuria where he considers himself the best boxer in the U.S. Like he already has that title, or he gave himself that title.
Yeah.
Or like a Max Holloway, who he's dubbed the best boxer in the UFC. So like you have a reason to go box. I get it. Alex has never been called the best boxer. It would
be the money,
Maybe,
but then he's probably like, bro, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Some people don't need the 15 mil, bro, to go have to deal with a bunch of bullshit either, because it looks like a bunch of bullshit whenever these guys gotta go do, I gotta listen to some YouTuber tell me I'm this and that, and I don't want to do it, So, but yeah, I mean, hopefully he fights out as many of those as possible, because I love to watch him fight.
Yeah.
He's definitely become one of everybody's favorite, bro. You can't really not like the guy.
Anyone who likes the UFC, there's probably not a UFC fan who does.
He's a Hall of Famer,
might not be
bro.
your favorite, but you don't dislike Alex Pereira. Everyone likes Alex Pereira. He don't even say enough things to not like him. So he never. What could he possibly do for you to not like him? He says like 4 words in his I've ever heard, other than when he has to answer questions in an interview. He's said 4 words, man. Yeah. So there's nothing to not like. So everyone loves Alex.
Yeah, everybody likes him.
And then every fight he delivers. Even if he loses, he delivers.
Bro, he's become, in a short amount of time, he's become a double champ, on his way to possibly being a triple champ, and he's a for sure Hall of Famer. He has Hall of Fame fights, and he has a Hall of Fame career. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
And speaking of Hall of Fame,
yes. Mighty Mouse. Did you get to see when they
I did not see the induction.
First of all, he doesn't go to UFC events. So I didn't watch the beginning of the card. So
he's from out there too in Washington, right?
He's from Washington. I think they said Tacoma, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah, he's from Tacoma, yeah.
But so it's been known, and he said it plenty of times, he doesn't go to UFC events. He doesn't care about the attention, and he just doesn't.
Well, and they had a really weird career.
Yeah. So and he said it before. He's like, I don't have anything against them. It's just there's no reason for me to go.
Yeah.
I'm not going out of my way. I don't necessarily care. For a while, he still had a career somewhere else. So he's like, I don't have time to be going to UFC events. I don't care. So We never see him at events. And I didn't watch the intro of the card, so I don't know if they even mentioned it
Yeah,
when
I
the
had
card
no idea
started
they
for
were
me.
doing
So I
that.
didn't know he was there until they started playing the Hall of Fame video. And
Yeah,
I was in the kitchen and I could hear it. And I was like, oh, Mighty Mouse, what the fuck? And so I
that's
went.
cool.
And so had I seen him there, I could have probably put two and two together, like, oh
Yeah,
shit, he's there for a reason in his home state. But I didn't see it, so I didn't know. So it was really cool. Like the video they played him, he was there with his kids, his wife. It was really dope to see them honor him the way they did. Because everybody knows he never got the love that he should have got at the time because of the division that he was in, and whatever they said, there wasn't a lot of competition, which I don't find true.
mhm,
As a smaller fighter, you might not see those knockouts that you see in those bigger divisions, but those bigger guys are not doing the things that these smaller guys were doing. It just didn't look like that because it's against Mighty Mouse.
yeah,
Mighty Mouse made them look like fucking trash, but they were good fighters. It's just Mighty Mouse is the fucking goat. Like some people say John Jones, and that's cool, and I it's hard to fight them. I would go with Mighty Mouse, like just for me, like because again, being a smaller fighter, seeing the things he did, how active he was, how like he said, how just one of the things he talked about was just being consistent. Like I was consistent, all the drug tests I passed, all the fights I showed up for, all the yeah, sure, all the times I won, but just how consistent I was throughout my career. And so it's cool. Like we didn't get that consistency from John Jones. We
no,
didn't know
yeah,
when he
that's
was gonna
facts. Yeah,
fight. And sometimes he was gonna fight and then didn't fight. And then sometimes he's in jail, and then sometimes he's not. And then
yeah,
sometimes he's on stairs, whatever the case, whether he was doing it or not, it was always a thing. That's why he fought so little bit. Mighty Mouse was always ready to fight. So it was cool to see them honor him like that. Um, and yeah, he's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I think they said May. If I'm
cool.
not mistaken, it's May. Yeah. Shout out to Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, shout out Mighty
Fucking
Mouse, bro. Yeah,
legend. A lot of
definitely,
people's goats.
definitely, yeah, definitely one of the goats.
Yeah.
Whether you think he's the number one or the number five, he's the top five goats
He's
for
somewhere
sure.
up
It's
there, yeah.
and if you say that he's not, that's when you're then objectively wrong.
You're a
Yeah, you're
buffoon.
definitely objectively wrong if he's not one of the goats to you. But yeah, that's cool that they did that because they definitely had a very weird ending to their business
Yeah.
relationship. So at least they're kind of trying to make that better.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Other than that, also my boy Wing C. Unfortunately, it's been like a week now, but we were off last week.
Yeah,
Took the L.
he got knocked out, right?
Yeah. By apparently from what I heard, it is his kryptonite. Or not heard, saw, because when I saw a little montage put together, he's been knocked out by like 4 head kicks already. The same one. He leans
Oh,
to the
really?
same side and he catches a head. It's happened like 4 times now.
Is he throwing? Is he like
No, he's just
throwing
leaning into it.
a
He
right
just-
hand or
he-
anything?
You know those boxer
That
style people who
weaving?
bob and weave and sway and do all this shit, but with their head down
Mm-hmm.
because they forget that you can kick. It was like one of those, and he's constantly doing that.
Damn, bro.
Um,
Ilya,
yeah.
that might be some foreshadowing to what we see from an Ilya Taporia, man, against Justin Gaethje.
Nah, Ilya Taporia doesn't do that.
Yeah, he does.
Not as bad as Wing C.
Oh,
though.
I mean,
Come
because
on,
we're
it's-
talking about Wing
yeah,
C.
exactly. But I don't know. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to say shout out Wing C. Not for losing, but just for going out there and
getting
at
knocked
least,
out,
yeah,
brother.
at least
Good for-
trying.
yeah, man.
At least doing your thing.
Hey, man, Wing C, shout out to you for weaving into a head kick, brother. Glad we could talk about it. Anyway, so we.
I just fuck with Wing C. I like Wing C.
No, me too, man. Shout out Wing C, man.
Low-key,
He'll be
I
back.
like
Hey, but
Wing
he'll be
C,
back.
but
He's a personality, bro.
Low-key,
He'll be back.
I would love to fight Wing C.
Bro,
like-
yeah, that'd be I love.
That would be
I would
a
love
fun
to see that
fucking
shit.
fight.
What? That's
I
a
would love-
blast. That's
He
a
might-
blast.
And then I do like to kick, so
Mhm.
he might I might catch him with the same head kick.
Spamming head kicks, brother.
But yeah, I would love to fight Wing C just because I feel like the whole experience would be fun as fuck. Just
Of course.
his trolling, I wouldn't even care. Like it would just be fun. Obviously, once the fight comes on, I'm not a this fight is fun type of person. I don't fight like it's fun. Like for me in the ring, it's not about fun. Once I'm in there, I'm trying to survive, and
Yeah.
I want you to die. But leading up to it, it would be fun. After, it would be a fun experience. I would like to fight Wing C. That would be
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
We
I
should
asked my
should
team-
invite him to train.
I asked my coach and everybody if they would fly out to Pennsylvania. I think that's where he lives, somewhere in Pennsylvania, and do like a street beefs if they would fly out and corner me, and they were like, "Fuck yeah,
Of course.
we'll fly out to corner you to fight Wing C." So maybe if Wing C sees this, he might just want to fight me. Who knows? But yeah, that would be lit.
We'll tag him.
That would be lit.
Tag him.
Yeah, other than that, there wasn't really much going on
No,
other
not
than
crazy.
this amazing card. Like nothing, there wasn't a lot
Not crazy.
that I saw going on. And then next week I feel like it's gonna be another slow week.
Yeah.
The next week's card is other than the two headliners. We have Moicano versus what's the dude's- Chris Duncan. Chris Duncan.
Oh yeah.
That and the co-headliner is the co-main event is Tabitha Ritchie and
Baby Shark.
Jarjon, whatever her name is with the
Oh yeah.
you know
Raul Rojas Senior.
Chiwiwi's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Them two are fighting. Other than that, the card, I don't know any. I didn't recognize anybody, or no one stood out.
Yeah, not a huge card.
Yeah.
Moicano, I could see him definitely kind of having his way with Chris Duncan. He definitely needs a dub too. So, and he likes money. So
and that's probably
wants
one that I
a
might not
bonus.
even watch live. I'll probably watch that shit back then.
Yeah, same.
I might do something with my Saturday night that I usually don't have free because I'm watching.
I still
fights.
won't. I still won't, but yeah, I'll probably still do the same thing though.
Yeah, I'll watch that shit in the morning before we pod.
Yeah.
But who knows? Next thing you know, the fucking card turns out like the Seattle.
No, I mean it's probably gonna be a great card. It's just right now to speak about it in foresight is a little different. It's a little difficult. So
who
other
knows?
than that,
Hopefully we have something to talk about next week. Not, we might just come here and talk NBA.
bro, NBA's been wild.
NBA's been crazy.
Bam dropped 83 points while we were away.
Yeah, Wemby's
going insane.
Wemby's making
Luka.
a great case for MVP. And
absolutely.
not just a great case playing, but then did you see his press conference when he was talking after a game and they were asking him about MVP and he was like, last time I checked, this game is 50% offense and 50% defense.
Exactly.
And I'm the defensive player of the year.
And he's going crazy offensively.
And exactly. So and then Stephen A. Smith, everybody was saying the same shit. They were like, if we didn't already have him top 3, top 2, whatever, he might have just opened our eyes to why he should be number 1 in running for MVP because he's right.
Yeah, bro.
None of these other guys are doing what he does on defense. Like we give shit to Luka for not playing defense, but then this man is over here. He defends the whole team.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole fucking team.
Bro, he's guarding on the perimeter.
Bro, he's
guarding point guards on the perimeter, bro.
Game.
Like he's insane, bro.
Wemby's nuts.
He's insane. Luka's been going crazy. Had a couple 60 balls.
The Lakers, period.
Yeah, bro.
Nuts.
Oh my god.
Way
bro.
better. Like
Concanapple is going crazy. That's his name? Concanapple?
Concanapple.
Yeah, bro.
Like
he's nuts.
Yeah.
NBA is going
his
crazy.
His career right now is, you can't compare your career right now to Steph Curry's career where he's at now to know if he's going to get there. But he's on pace to getting way further than Steph Curry as far as like in threes. So we might have the next generation Steph Curry.
Yeah, and we might be looking right at him, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I got a couple of his cards. I got offers for them when I went to that last show. And I was like, you know what? Let me keep
Cooper Flag, bro. Dude, the NBA is incredible right now. The only thing I don't like is the inflated numbers and how high the scores are and how the records are getting broken because of a lack of defense. Yeah.
Wemby's coming to change that.
I love that.
Mindsets like Wemby.
I love
He's
that,
playing
bro.
that kind of defense.
He goes to the monks, brother, shaves his head and comes back, bro.
Like Aang from Avatar.
Come on, brother. This is a cool guy.
Oh.
How you be 8 feet and you go to the monks?
No, actually, they said he still has some. I guess apparently a doctor said he still has some height to grow. He might be 8 feet by the time his career finishes.
He's still growing,
bro. He's like 22. I don't know how old that guy is, but he's like 22, something like that. He's apparently could still grow a couple inches.
That's crazy.
8 feet tall, balling like Kevin Durant.
Yeah, no, he's insane.
It's nuts.
Yeah, he's insane.
And speaking of Kevin Durant,
he got up. He passed.
Oh no, I'm not. I wasn't even gonna go on Kevin Durant. I was gonna transition into the NBA's expanding. 2 new teams. Seattle Supersonics are back.
Thank God.
The Supersonics are back,
bro. Thank God, finally,
I can't wait for Supersonics. Like,
gear. What?
Gear.
Oh, and you know that, bro, Nike's going to go so crazy with the Seattle Super. Because you saw what they did All-Star Week.
I'm about to be on
I got a Sean Kemp jersey, bro.
Yeah, I'm on my vintage Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah.
The colorways, crazy.
All that green, yellow,
Las
and
Vegas is getting
cream.
a team, so they're gonna just be
Oh,
all
bro.
black,
No,
some
Vegas,
cool, like
man.
looking Raiders type shit.
Vegas is
Vegas needed a
huge,
team.
bro. But Vegas needs a team and everything because Vegas is a moneymaker, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I found out that Vegas is actually the most expensive F1 Grand Prix to go to, bro.
I would imagine.
And oh no, because bro, they have
no, but you talking
Dubai,
about
they
Dubai
have
and shit.
Monaco, they have Miami. Vegas is the number one most expensive Grand Prix.
Yeah,
so
probably
that
don't-
tells you what Vegas is,
Yeah, I
man.
don't know because we've been gone for a few weeks. Had we been here, you would have probably caught a few references every week. But
Come
this
on,
guy
man.
is F1 out right now. This is
Hey, bro,
that's
that-
his new passion.
Bro, that's
That's
that. Come
he
on,
might
man.
not even come back to training. He might start training.
I've
on
been speeding.
simulators.
No, I've been speeding in my car right now.
he been taking the highway a little extra.
No, I put my
He
shit in
loaded
sports
up
mode.
his e-pass.
Come on,
He
bro.
loaded up his e-pass and he been on the turnpike.
No,
just
yeah, my check
speeding.
engine light came on. Yeah, baby.
His shit was overheating.
Nah, yeah, because I think I overheated my turbo, bro. Cause yo, I just been making the turbo pop.
He ordered he ordered the Lando Norris keychain and he said, "I gotta speed now."
Yeah, so my check engine light's on in the past 2 weeks because of how much F1 I've been consuming, bro. Yes, sir, baby. Speaking of that, Oscar Piastri.
Is that
He got second place. I've been liking Team McLaren just because of their marketing and branding, and they just do a really
they're
good job
flying.
at getting
Flying
the
as fuck.
youth involved. Not that I am the youth, but no, but
you
I
do, you're
I
not the
understand in marketing and in branding how important it is to get the
Youth.
20 somethings
Yeah.
to like your stuff. So I just really appreciate them from that aspect. Oscar Piastri got second in the Japan Grand Prix, and then Antonelli, son of a racer. He got his first championship. He got his first victory last race. What was the last one? It was, I can't remember where it was, but he got his first number one. And it was a big deal because he's the second youngest ever to Max Verstappen. And he just won 2 in a row.
Who's
So,
also, I think, his favorite driver right now, right?
No,
Max?
no, Verstappen is
Yeah.
cool, bro. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Verstappen is
He has,
awesome,
like,
bro.
That
He's
chill,
dry
cool,
humor.
like
Yeah.
autism, where
Yes.
he says whatever, but it be
I seen him
cool.
training. He can't fight for shit, but he had the Cletos on and shit because he's rich.
Of course.
No, he's
Of
over here
course.
in the
You gotta
Cletos. I
have the
said, yo, that's
Cletos.
Verstappen, bitch.
Yeah, that shit ups your striking by 5 points at least.
At least.
Imagine what he would look like if he was wearing like just some sandals.
Come on.
Sandals cool, but
Like the other Max?
you don't have
Like Max Holloway?
that might be why Max is
Nah, Sanibel's fire, man.
I
Sanibel's
like
fire.
that was
Yeah,
my first-
Sanibel's fire.
Those were my first gloves.
Yeah.
My first everything's.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
everybody's first shit, bro.
Yeah, but they're not Cletos.
No. But anyway, yeah, so Verstappen, I like personalities and I like branding and I like marketing because to be honest, I don't know what it takes to be this great driver per se. I don't know the sport. I've never really grown up in the sport. With fighting, I can kind of understand zigs and zags and X's and O's because I've been in it. And I've even before training, boxing was such a big thing in my life. And then just fighting in general has just always been such a big part of my life. So I understand that from a different perspectives. But with racing, I've really just liked the luxury behind it, the richness, the marketing, the branding, the styling.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, everything is a
Like,
statement.
You can't be a broke F1 fan. Like,
No.
nothing about F1 is cheap. You
No.
can't even get their t-shirts for
See
cheap.
how I
Their
mentioned
t-shirts
my
are like
check engine
$60.
light came on? I didn't even
Exactly.
budge, brother.
Yeah, you're an F1 fan.
No,
you
I
need
said
an oil
no. I
change.
said, come on, bro. I
You
go
need
get
synthetic oil change to be an F1 fan.
It's $300 for the oil
Nuts,
change, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, like your tires, forget about it. Toyo tires, you need all. You can't just get the regular shits from OBT that they give you 4 different ones.
No, brother.
You can't be F1 fan riding around on 4 different tires.
No.
So F1.
No, they
for
tried to
you-
offer me one of my tires went bad. They tried to offer me, hey, this one's really very similar to the
Fuck, I look
Goodyear that
like-
you have. I said, yo,
I look
you
like a
don't. Hey,
NASCAR
hey,
fan?
I said, get me the Goodyear and shut your mouth,
Yeah,
man.
I'm not
Nah,
a
I'm just
NASCAR
playing.
fan, brother. I'm not a NASCAR fan, brother. F1 over here.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah.
So, yeah, just you can't even go to watch an F1 event if you don't got money.
Speaking of which,
They're
McLaren is
expensive.
having that. McLaren is having that fan day in Miami in May. I really, really want to go. Nah, I'm not this major fan. I know where it sounds like
Yeah,
it right
so
now,
what? But it's
but
still
bro,
cool.
you just from a perspective of creatives, to go and experience these things. And that's what I've noticed about F1 is it's very motivational and inspirational when it comes to creative
Yeah.
things, ideas, and how to market and how to brand and color theory and how this person's helmet really meant so much that year. Or it's just like this the wildest,
When
most
is it? May
detailed
what?
things, huh?
May what?
May 23rd or May 21st or something like
That's
that.
after my fight, so
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
could
Hell
make a
yeah.
Miami
Yeah, a
trip.
whole
I'll
month.
still be in shape, so I'll just go for Miami, the vibes.
Yeah,
I
bro.
walk around with my shirt off.
Come on, brother.
135er at the slightest sign
Nah, you about to
of
eat like a
muscle gain.
motherfucker April 26th.
Oh yeah, you're right. By the time
A
Miami
month?
comes, I'm gonna
A
be back to
month,
one.
brother?
Oh, I can't say how big I'm gonna be because my opponent already didn't want to. Yeah, he didn't even want to fight if I was too big. Apparently.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
These guys' kids are special.
I thought we were gonna get a fight pull out quick.
About hey, he can weigh the same as me, but I don't want him to be.
Yeah. I don't want him to had started too much bigger than me.
Okay, well
Oh,
don't.
that's part of fighting.
We won't mention how you're 170 walking.
170 is crazy. That's what I used to weigh before I ever got it back into shape
I
at
know,
all.
yeah.
That was my fat
And
slop
just to think
days.
about like most 135ers are 170 walking, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean
That's what's crazy.
that's a couple Happy Meals. You're back to 170
No,
realistically.
not at 35, bro. 35, it's like cause me, I usually sit around 200. 205 is like 205 to 207 is like, oh, hey, don't do that. I used to be 260 pounds, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, disgusting. Felt horrible. No, it causes depression, brother. Not just because you're looking at a fat person in the mirror, brother, but I think it's some of that fat starts leaking to your brain or something like that. You
Should
can't even
clogging
be
your
happy.
arteries.
Disgusting, bro. Disgusting. But now I get to like 207 and it's like, hey, slow down a little bit, move a little bit, eat less. But two fucking cheeseburgers really does turn into 10 pounds.
Yeah.
But the lower you get in body fat and muscle mass, like, bro, it's hard for you to cut and it's harder to gain, but it's hard for you to cut, bro. Like them last 5 pounds on a 35er is crazy, bro.
Don't remind me.
Yeah. No, we're gonna have fun with it though, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll race, bro.
my-
I'll be in the GTI, bro,
Yeah,
and you
I'll
just
be on
run,
foot.
bro, and that'll be our F1.
Our F1 training
Yeah, there
montage.
we go.
That's how we. That's
Hell
how
yeah,
we
we'll put you in
connect.
a helmet
That's how we
and a
connect.
racer suit so you
So I
sweat.
sweat extra. Oh boy. Yeah. Other than that, I don't really think much has
Nah,
gone
man.
on, man.
Nah, man, working hard like the average American. You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
That and training camp.
And
honestly,
you've been
yeah.
training. How has that been going, bro?
It's been going good. I feel great. I've had a really long layover between fights. So it's cool. I get to really see progress between fights. It's not like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
fighting every month or every few months as an amateur.
Where it gradually
Yeah,
grows.
exactly.
Yeah.
Where you don't really get to see
This will
too
be a
much
different
change.
a different
Exactly.
version of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think I'll look so much better because while I won the last one, when I look back at it, I'm like, man, I didn't look good. Like, sure, I look good for
But you know,
where
yeah, I know
was
what you mean.
at the time.
Yeah, I know
and,
exactly what you mean.
Compared to my opponent or how I made my opponent look.
Yeah.
But now when I see myself, I still find a lot of flaws, but I can clearly see how much better I am. And those pulled out fights in a way kind of helped because now I get to see a big difference because
Absolutely.
I haven't fought in a while. So
Yeah, you'll be faster. You're definitely
Yeah,
gonna string
no, I
together
feel
better
a lot better.
combinations. You know a lot more about range. Your
Also-
boxing is gonna be awesome.
also we got a fighter way more in advance, so I'm getting to prepare, and game plan for something specific because we were able to watch. I'm able to watch footage and see what this person does. I've never had that before. Like my last guy, he didn't have a fight. There was no footage. I didn't know anything about him. I just knew he was tall. I didn't
Yeah.
even know how much taller than me he was until I saw him in person. So it's cool to be able to prepare for someone, to game plan for specifics because we see a lot of holes. We see a lot of holes. This fight is
Yeah.
if this fight goes through, I think this fight is going to be fun. Fun for me, fun for my friends and family. Not a lot of fun for him, unfortunately,
Yeah, it
but
shouldn't be.
you know,
Yeah.
that's just the way it is. When you decide to fight, somebody's not going to have fun. And I don't plan on it being me. But yeah, it is going to be a fun fucking fight. And the camp has been fun. I feel a lot better at this part of camp than I did.
Yeah,
in
because
my
now
last
you're going.
camps,
Now
you
it's
know?
it's becoming more autonomous too.
Exactly. And I feel like I'm being pushed harder, but I still feel better. that can be attributed to a lot of things, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think the things I'm working on now are a lot more technical, a lot just versus before where I was
Yeah.
like, it was my first fight. I think I was working through a lot more
Yeah,
mental shit.
let's get through the
Yeah,
nerves.
exactly.
Let's make sure you don't gas out too bad.
And
That's pretty much
it's a
yeah.
smaller um production that I'm gonna be fighting in and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Not
those
quite as
nerves are
yeah.
not going to be there. I'm not fighting in downtown at a club that, you know, like I'm like, damn, I've had actual fights in this club. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah. That's crazy.
yeah, those kind of nerves of like, oh shit, like I'm
Yeah.
in the balcony looking down in a
Yeah.
club that I've
I
fought
fought
people
in
in this
yeah, on
club, and
some
now I'm about to
had to slide from the police. Yeah, yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
you know.
That's
So
cool.
it was a lot of just a lot of different things. My mother was there to see me fight in a ring for the first time. Like my mother's seen me fight
Yeah.
outside of that, but you know,
No, it's a different
it's
thing. Yeah.
different. So it was my father
It's
was
like my
there.
mom seen me play basketball at the basketball park,
Yeah,
but she ain't seen me on
exactly.
the
The
team.
hoop
Yeah.
that they had in front of the house,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
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 different.
different. But this one's a lot smaller. But I do think I'll have a lot more people there though, because that first fight everyone
Yeah,
missed,
bro.
and I think a lot of people now want to come.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially now we have a podcast
yeah, and
that
and
we talk
also now
about.
the fact that I won the last one, so they're like, oh man, he's not just gonna go in there and lose. Like, oh, now I want to come
Yeah.
and see.
Well, I don't think people really look at it that way just from an outside perspective. I think it's more like, oh wait, nah, you fight. Like let's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like let's go see this. So I'm excited for it. Of course, I'm gonna be there. I'm hoping now that work has become a little bit more autonomous and I've been able to kind of get the transition better. I'll be able to kind of start to help you out a little bit with the rest of your camp. I haven't been there the first half of it. So I'm hoping the second half of it I can kind of take part and help you out like we did the last time and
Yeah.
kind of get some stuff worked on and whatever you feel like I can help you with from a larger frame and shit like that. We can get Matt and start doing some stuff like that.
yeah.
Being it's a Muay Thai fight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
bro, it's gonna be a lot of
Which is
fun.
also cool. I didn't. My last
Oh,
fight was
beautiful.
kickboxing, and you saw how many
What Muay
kicks I
Thai,
tried
bro?
to
Yeah,
catch and
yeah,
got in
dude.
trouble for. So
Yeah.
exactly. So I'll be able to catch those. Everything but elbows. That's the only thing I can't do is
Okay.
elbows.
Okay.
Knee and
But clinch and
oh
knees,
no,
man.
I can knee to the face too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
of
So
course.
yeah, knees. And clinch. So we've been working.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Just
Yeah, we
working
don't have
all
to go.
type of
Yeah,
shit.
we don't have to
So it's
get
gonna be
into
fun.
it.
I can't
But
wait.
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
wait. I can't wait.
I'm
to fight.
excited. I'm super excited. And just even seeing you before camp, I just know your improvements from
Oh,
your last fight.
yeah.
So I
Started wrapping.
I
My
know what I'm
hands.
looking at, you know.
I'm taking this one serious. I started wrapping my hands now. I never used to wrap my hands.
I'm on and off, bro.
I started wrapping my hands.
I'm on and off. My shits are cooked.
Mostly because I'm trying to save my gloves because them shits be getting stinky and they're expensive.
That part, bro.
But no, also I've been having a lot of just wrist and hand just because you
I
don't
know,
work
bro.
as physical.
As a
Summer's
barber?
freaking- yeah. So just little things like that. I'm just taking a little bit more serious in this fight. You know, just
Good.
little details.
Yeah, and you know, as we grow in age, bro, those little things, they are so monumental.
Yeah.
Those little things that didn't quite matter when you were 24, 23, when you get to your 30s, bro, you have to take these little gems, bro, and stash them to the side because next thing you know, you got 10 gems in a bag, bro, because it takes that. It takes that. It takes all the little things. So you've kind of gathered more and more of that as you've grown into the fight game. So I'm excited, bro. I already know how much better you've gotten. So I just hope that I'm able to kind of spend some time with you on the lead up like I was last time. That was a really good time. And it
And
was
'cause
cool to
I would
feel
like
like
to
a part of it,
document,
you know.
my camp
as
as
well.
well.
That
And
as well.
especially now it's 3-ish weeks.
Yeah, you're like 3.5, 4 weeks out now.
So like
well,
now
4 weeks. 3 weeks and 6
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
You
something
know,
like that.
yeah.
But yeah, so now the camp this is where the camp picks up. This is where, so the
It's about
cool
to get crazy.
pad work and shit, and we're really dialed in. So it'd be cool to document.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I'll probably, and I might even hit up some friends, photographers and shit. Just
You
to,
got to.
who knows,
would,
in case I don't do another one. In case I don't want to
No,
do
you-
another camp.
yeah,
You never
every
know.
one
I
of
said
them could be
last
like that
time, and
too,
the next
yeah.
thing you know, I was like, nah, I want to fight again. So we'll see. But I just want to document it. Just some cool shit. you
Yeah,
know?
bro.
But yeah, so it'll be cool to have you there.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, anyway, it's another episode of Catch the Fade, bro.
That's it.
It's been dope.
It has.
It's been dope. It was
Glad
nice.
to
It was
get back
nice
to
to
it.
be off
Yeah.
for 2 weeks, but it's also nice to get back.
Facts.
So you already know, my brother.
Nope. Peace. Oh yeah, and don't get it twisted, get it braided.
Yeah. With 5 knuckles say to the face, inside these bars you in a chokehold. My back fist is one of the greats, landed with grace though. Cause at the same time I strike, you yelling Christ, save me from this hellhole. You lucky these ain't Tim's, bro. Boy, come out to play, ain't no thing, you can catch the fade.